What is the impact of inflation on your home loan? Martin Taggart, Team Real Estate, powered by the jet engine that is EXP, the SR71 that is EXP. Yeah. I'm here with Justin. Justin prints his own money over at Fountain Mortgage. Okay, not really. So if you're watching this and you're with the Treasury Department, we don't actually do that. So let's talk about inflation right now. Is a major component of people's back-end debt-to-income ratio because it impacts what they spend their money on. But how does inflation impact specifically mortgage lending?
Yeah, absolutely. Funny we're talking about printing money and now inflation, right? Because that kind of goes hand in hand a little bit. But inflation, so what we're seeing right now, and it's a big question I get these days, is what do I see mortgage rates doing for the rest of the year? You know, how does inflation, how does that react to home rates? Like why does that go hand in hand sometimes? And the reason for this is because we've all heard it, inflation, like the forecasts are saying that it's going to go up. It's not good, right? And we all hear that, not a secret. But with higher inflation, let me back up. Let's go in the past several years. How many times have we heard, let's speed up the economy. We're stimulating the economy. We're getting the economy going, right?
Since 08, 09, and 10, when we had the tech boom, a lot.
Right. A lot.
It's like every other year, there's some stimulus package.
Right. And how have we done that is through low rates, right? And because low rates, it gets everybody thinking that we want to spend more because we can borrow some money at very, very low rates, go buy some stuff, go buy that new car, the boat, whatever the case might be. It increases spending, and that's what stimulates the economy. Now, in times of higher inflation, when rates start to go up a little bit, what that does is the thought is that it's going to get people a little bit more into a savings mindset, right? Which will then kind of stop so much spending, if you will. And I mean, when was the last time that you remember getting any type of interest back on a savings account or a money market account?
I mean, it's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
Right? Yep.
Right. So it increases people's mindset to start saving a little bit, trying to close that gap on the inflation to a normal range, which I think 2.5%.
I think that's what they would prefer.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a normal inflation rate. And so, what would we rather do? Have some better savings, maybe a little bit higher of home rates, but our price of milk isn't out of control.
Yeah, I mean, the other factor that plays into this is supply and demand, because during COVID, we saw supply chains take a hit. So we've got less of the normal things we'd have in the daily available, but people with more money, even though it's not real money, it's just been printed, who want to take advantage of those things, whether it be a big screen TV or a brand new car. And with supply being down here and demand being up here, that's also going to force prices to rise.
Yeah, absolutely. And with home rates, if you're thinking about buying a home, great time to do it because they're still excellent. And throughout the rest of the year, I think throughout 2022, we'll probably see a little bit of an increase in them. But I mean, I think back, gosh, I bought my first home and it was 06, 07, and I think I was at a 6.5% entry.
My first home was 88 at 13.5%, and that was with an 813 credit score.
And we survived, right?
We did.
And what are they saying about home values? Like
home values in Kansas City are currently appreciating at about 12.1%. So let's say that you decided, because you thought rates were too high and home prices were too high, you decided to put it off a year. A $300,000 home at 12.5% interest would sell for about $340,000 a year from now. If you want to wait, you can, but the fact of the matter is, if you want to put it off a year, interest rates are not going back to 2%, and home values are not going down.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And there's so much that we can't fit into this time right now about interest rates that impact them. There's more than inflation. There's more things that go into that. And so if you would ever like more information on that, please just reach out to me and we can set up a call to spend some time on that.
The other side of that argument with appreciation is, why wouldn't you buy now and have that $40,000 worth of appreciation in your pocket for those of you that buy homes using loans that include PMI, that could be a great part of the process of paying your PMI down, so that when your home would be reappraised, you could reappraise it without PMI. So yeah,
Absolutely.
get a hold of Justin. He'll print money. Life's better with the team.